rooster.
Hmm?
You can hear the rooster.
Time to wake up.
If you make your way this way first, please. Okay, before we actually start giving you some information on the cemetery, today we're going to be going from here to Riesing, and we're going to have lunch on our own in that community. So it's up to everybody to go find a restaurant in the vicinity, have lunch. You'll have approximately an hour before you have to come back. If we park near the City Hall, which I'm not sure if we can get to, you'll go from City Hall and then meet back where the coaches are. You can get your pipes and everything off at that point before we meet at City Hall to do something. This evening, we will be at the Mondani Canadian restaurant for supper. At this time, the dinner is set for 7:30, but that may be subject to change later today. The meal is being covered for by sponsors, so everybody's going to have your meal paid for. In that meal, you have one drink included. Anything on top of that, you will have to buy yourself. We're also encouraging you to leave a tip, because this restaurant and Barry have been very, very supportive of our trip. And Barry took the day off yesterday, so the restaurant was actually closed. So they lost salary because of us, but Barry goes out of his way to all the groups that come. We're not unique, but he's been waiting 4 years for us to come, so he's extremely excited for us to be here. So that's why he was so happy to come aboard with us. And Bruce, who are the sponsors for tonight's dinner?
Jake Knoppers and one or two others.
Okay, so a few people from the officer circle, is that what you call it?
Colonel Circle.
The Colonel Circle are our sponsors for tonight's dinner. So thank you very much. When we leave Riesing, we're not going to go straight to the hotel. We're going to go to the main square and park as close as possible. We will then have access to the museum, which Barry owns. Barry will meet us at the museum, open it up, and we will be able to tour his museum. The museum is totally sponsored by Barry. So if you wish to contribute to the ongoing of the museum, it is encouraged, and you can either collect some money, give it to him tonight, or you can give it to him in person at the museum. It just keeps his museum going. And just to give an idea, he was telling me that if you have a live weapon, and he gets a lot of weapons turned over to him by people in the community because they're finding them. So there's rifles and pistols. For every live firearm you have, you are required to go and shoot so many days a week. The more firearms you have, the more times you have to go and shoot during the week. So I say it's 2 times a week for one firearm. It's 4 times a week for 2 firearms, and it keeps getting higher and higher from there. So he can't keep up to what he has. Wow. And to deactivate a weapon, it has to be sent to a factory in Belgium, and it costs $500, or $500 Canadian approximately, to deactivate a weapon, and then he gets it back. But if he has 10 weapons, it adds up. So he definitely needs funding to keep his museum going.
Eric, can I just introduce somebody?
Yes, definitely.
Come on up, Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mark. He's a good friend of mine from Facebook. We met over about a year ago, just exchanging cap badges and stuff. Mark actually has a small museum in his attic, and in town. So if you have spare time, and you want to go, it's a free one. It's 2 people at a time because it's a small and it's a zoned dwelling. And Mark, I think Mark would like to say some words about the Regiment de Maisonneuve and our gang here.
Hello, I'm Mark. I'm come from Rijssen. It's near Holten. Rijssen is liberated to the Maisonneuve and the Fort Carriers. So that's my spirit to collect stuff from my city and around. So if everyone have take a look, you can come. As a free beer.
That's and a free beer? Oh, there you go. Hey, look at everyone. Hey!
Do you know where all the restaurants are in Leiden? Leiden? Do you know where all the restaurants are?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to be with us after this?
Yeah, he's going to tag
Okay.
along. Yeah.
Maybe you can lead the way to the restaurant so we can park near the restaurants for lunchtime.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, perfect.
Thanks
Nothing
everybody
better
for
than
the
a
time.
local guide for that.
Thank you.
Didn't hear anything after free beer.
So the Holten Canadian War Cemetery has 1,381 casualties named within this grounds. 20 of them are Royal Highlanders of Canada, 24 are the Regiment de Maisonneuve casualties. Some of these casualties died within Germany and they were brought back here for burial. Now there's some unique things pertaining to this cemetery. There is a Canadian Black Watch member, Private Ralph Piercy. He died on the 5th of April 1945 at the age of 17. And for those who want to go and visit his grave, it's at 2E5. The last soldier killed in action on the 29th of April was in the area of Hood, Germany. At 800 hours, he left part as an operation named Stutz, and there was a lot of enemy counter resistance. They obtained their objective, and Private Herbert Milot was the only Black Watch soldier killed on that day, less than 2 weeks shy of his 24th birthday. He was initially buried in a temporary grave in front of a low thatched house and then moved to Holten. The last soldier to die in the Black Watch was on the 12th of May. Witnesses reporting hearing the action of a pistol being worked and then a single gunshot from a tent. And when they rushed, they found Private Summers on his cot dying. A court inquiry found that Private Summers was in possession of a German P-35 pistol, despite the fact that he did not seem to have it during a complete kit inspection for such contraband. And they found that he was responsible for his own death by accidental discharge. He is buried within the cemetery as well. With the Regiment de Maisonneuve, their last soldier killed in action was on the 28th of April 1945. On the same day, another soldier died of his wounds. Private Joseph Chasson and Private Ronald Dennis and Lance Corporal Michel Savoy and Private Jacques Despair are all buried in the Holten Canadian War Cemetery, and they all died on the same day. They woke up in enemy lines, and then they were ambushed as they were trying to get out of the enemy lines. The last soldier to die overseas with the Regiment de Maisonneuve was Private Joseph Comeau, and that was on the 30th of July 1945, and he's buried in Groesbeek. He died of methyl alcohol poisoning after drinking a bottle shared to him which was supposed to have been cognac, which was sold to the troops from a business person in Apeldoorn. Another soldier died of another unit. There was an investigation conducted, however, because it was a civilian court, there was no charges ever laid. We will now commence with our ceremony.
Good morning, everybody. Bonjour tout le monde. Je demanderai à Marie Bélier de nous partager l'acte du souvenir.
Ils ne veilleront pas comme nous, qui leur avons survécu. Ils ne connaîtront jamais l'outrage ni le poids des années. Quand viendra l'heure du crépuscule et celle de l'aurore, nous nous souviendrons d'eux.
We'll ask Janice Gavidianis to read and share with us the act of remembrance.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we shall remember them.
This concludes our ceremony. C'est conclut notre cérémonie. Merci tout le monde.
With the monument back there.
I'm just going to let her get out of the picture there.
And Clifford, William, Billy. Oh, our shared memory of you is part of our dear friendship with Andy and Danielle. And year after year in the church, we have remembered your name, and your brother has spoken it out loud. And he is with you now, and we are still here, and we still remember. We remember you.
Well, this was a bit of a curveball because we had just got to know that side of the family recently, and within the last couple of years. The brothers, the father of Clifford and my grandfather were estranged. And my grandfather had died, but his father was still alive. So I said, going to go get this over with once and for all. The next generation has to fix it. So I went up to Ottawa, met his father and the whole family. And the estrangement happened over Clifford's death, amongst other things. So met the family, and then found out that Karen here was also the minister of the St. Andrew's Church in Ottawa, where the father was a congregant, and recently Karen buried his brother, his brother, and we were hoping we would be able to tell him about this when we got back. So it was a special day, obviously, and I do this all the time, so we'll get over it. Anyways, that's probably the end of the story for today. Unless you want to hear the irony of this.
Well,
Okay?
right here.
Let's go to the irony.
Let's go to the irony.
So for this trip, I've been posting on Facebook, right? And a piper friend of mine from Montreal by the name of Lynn Granary, a solid competitive piper, okay? And I think she beat me once, and I'll never forget it. Posted, can you visit Clarence MacDonnell from Cape Breton, who died on 14 April 45 with the West Novies. So I said, West Novies. Look at the date he died. Same date, same time, same regiment. And apparently there was a cluster of them that went at the same time. But you know, here we knew each other's descendants and cousins,
And they died the same day.
Same day. Apparently at the same time. And you knew Lynn.
Sure.
Yeah, and you would have known Lynn.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the curveball.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
sharing.
thank you. I got to go find Kieran now.
There's nobody left.
Okay. So when did you start collecting?
A Canadian 10 years ago.
Just 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And all of these artifacts you found locally, or do you find, where do you search for them?
Locally and from Canada, from other collectors.
Okay. And I suppose for the camera, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Mark Voortman. I'm from Holland, Rijssen. Rijssen is liberated by the regiment de Maisonneuve and the Valkyrie Horse and the South Abetta regiment. And the other stuff, yeah, that's what I think is nice, that I collected.
Very much so. So this collection shows the people that the people that liberated your town.
Yes.
And so this collection reflects those people.
Yeah.
Okay.
The most mannequins I built it from a picture.
Okay.
If I see a picture, so at the Maisonneuve you had a picture. They walk from Holten to Rijssen. You see also he has the blanket on the back.
Blanket on the back, yes.
Yeah,
I'll move over here. Capture the blanket.
Canadian stamped.
Yes. Oh, I'll get into focus. There we are. And we'll get into focus again. There we are.
Yeah, that's
And then
my
but we
collection.
also have now the significance of the Dutch hats.
Yeah, that are the
KP?
Dutch hats. Yeah,
Are they KP?
this KP.
Yeah.
This is the early one. It's lower. If you add later, maybe this is 1928, and this is in the 30s. They
Okay.
are higher, and this one has the regiment number.
Okay. And then you have collected all the instruments that would have been that's in the first aid. You have some 25-pounder shells over here on the right,
They are here from the area.
and they're all collected from the area. What an amazing collection! All right, I like the windsmock. The windsmock's quite nice.
It's very
Okay.
thin.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, thank you very, very much for sharing with everyone your collection.
Yeah, thank you.
I turned off the camera and I realized I should have kept it going. But if you look at all the faces, our host was the one who painted not only the faces, but also the details on the hands as well. They look very, very realistic. And even the glowing cigarette in his hand. Amazing. And then, of course, there's also not only mannequins, but also photographs.
This is Groningen.
Groningen.
Yeah.
And photographs of Canadians in his hometown and not far from here. Here we are.
You can take out your headdresses inside.
So
so I.
Yeah. Just pass it around. Yeah, pass it around.
It's $20 with zippers on the hip bag.
So you're gonna learn how to swim now, aren't you?
Low voltage wasn't big enough. That's just too young.
Dear members of the Black Watch Pipes and Drums, it's an honor to welcome you today to Rijssen-Holten, a city that has great respect and appreciation for the Canadian soldiers who fought for our freedom during World War II. It's great that you're taking the time today to visit us and let us enjoy your beautiful music. We know that you visited the Canadian War Cemetery in Holten this morning. This place reminds us every day how important it is to cherish and protect our freedom. We are deeply grateful for the sacrifice made by your ancestors and compatriots that you share with us today. As a major, I'm very curious about your music and look forward to hearing how you continue the tradition of the Black Watch Pipes and Drums. After our meeting here, we will take a short walk together to the Rijssen War Memorial at Landweg, where we will commemorate the fallen soldiers. And once again, I would like to thank you very much and deeply from my heart for your visit, and I wish you very much success and also fun during your performance here in Rijssen. So I would say thank you very Dutch.
From all of the regimental family, in the name of the Black Watch, I want to present to you this little gift. This plaque to thank you very much for your hospitality and for the photo. Yeah, all you can say, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for having us.
Also for Mr. Eric Boot, who prepared all of this trip, prepare some coin. In Canada, we call that the challenge coin, and we give like this. Give me your answer. And thank you very much. Okay?
Thank you. Well, thank you very much.
I'm sure that we have a beautiful place here in this beautiful modern building.
Right there.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Have the instruments. Thank you.
Really?
The elastics get wet and then it
The only damn thing I do.
Andy Bertram's gone in, and Terry Hunter.
He's here right now.
He's here.
Terry's here. Terry's here.
Oh,
Terry's just coming there.
Terry, how's your knees?
Oh, we got a few
Okay?
more.
Because you could take the bus down if you wanted. No, we have some people with injuries.
Yeah, I know. No, long run. Stop.
So we're marching out? All right.
Okay, drum major. Where's the drum major?
So Eric, the direction is
We'll wait.
I'm going to call it.
Hey, Hugh, stay here for a second.
Black Watch of Canada! Attention! Place your drums by the center. Quick, march!
back into our formation, band formation, facing that way. And drum major is going to take us in a big wheel back to that corner where we'll stop and stop playing. Okay? Silent the Brave, Rowland Tree. We'll mark times for round 2 left with.
Bunch of drums, reform band. Mark time for the rolls. Quick, march!
Can't walk fast if you want.
Green Hills, battles are.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming with us, especially Mr. Mayor and the council, to welcome us to that commemoration ceremony. Thank you again. I will now ask Sergent Sébastien Gagnon of the Regiment de Maisonneuve to come and share with us Lac du Souvenir.
Ils ne vieilliront pas comme nous qui leur avons survécu. Ils ne connaîtront jamais l'outrage ni le poids des années. Quand viendra l'heure du crépuscule et celle de l'aurore, nous nous souviendrons d'eux.
Nous nous souviendrons d'eux.
We'll ask now Sergeant Jeremy Woblitsky of the Black Watch to share with us the act of remembrance.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
I will now ask Lieutenant Colonel Francis Roy, Commanding Officer of the Black Watch, Captain Anthony Savard from the Regiment de Maisonneuve, and Mr. Mayor Hugo Van Hout come and lay a wreath at the memory of our fallen.
My home, slow.
conclude our memorial ceremony. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the people in Netherlands and the city here region to welcome us. Mr. Mayor, thank you again for your hospitality and thank you for sharing that special moment with us. Thank you.
Punch the drums. On 10, cha! Punch! Down!
Find the bus.
We shall find the bus.
Where do you see the bus?
Just around the corner. Take him to the bus.
Punch the drums. By the center. Quick! March!
Yeah. Just put them back. Yeah.
And is there an ideal spot to put this?
À l'époque, je ne sais pas.
Oh, hey. I like your
Nobody.
Yeah.
Shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Paris privateers. Oh, well, sit there and cry the town. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. For 20 brave men on Sherbrooke would make for big piano. Goddamn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold with fire no guns. Shed no tears.